So welcome you all in second session of IDEATHON 2.2. And myself, Dr. Shubha Dwivedi. I'm Associate Professor in Department of Biotechnology, School of Life Science and Technology, IIMT University. I welcome you all. And this is session is basically designed for the presentation of your ideas. And I'm really very much feel blessed to honor to give my greetings to the Vice Chancellor of IIMT University, Professor Dr. Deepa Sharma, who provide the opportunity to organize such a big competition at national level. And I'm really very much, overwhelmed to announce that I got near about 70 registration from all over the India, from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from east to west. So this is really very good and appreciating note for the Ideathon. And not taking much of time, I'm going to invite the presenters over here who will present their ideas. So guidelines for presentation, just I wanted to share with you all that first you introduce yourself, then you can share your PPTs, and the time limit is for the presentation is about 10 to 15 minutes. And I also accept from you, from all of your side, that be precise, be specific during the presentation. And at last, we are going to announce some of the best ideas, and that will be known to you later with the help of a mail. So let's start with I'm going to invite Dr. Ann K. Pruthi, who is senior most professor of IIMT Engineering College, to present his idea among all of us. So I'm sharing the right with you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, and you can present your ideas.
Okay, thank you. Can I share this my slide?
Yes, sir. You can share it.
Is visible?
No, sir, not visible right now.
My slide?
Not visible, sir, right now.
So slow. Yeah. Yes. Is it okay now?
Is it visible? It is visible, sir. It is okay now.
So okay, let me start.
So no slide is there.
Pardon?
No slide is there. Slide is not visible right now. Yeah, now it is visible.
Is it visible? Thank you. So my idea basically belongs to the grow media. Actually, what is grow media? This I would like to tell first of all. Grow media, several types of grow media we use. Actually, plant grow in a media that is soil or soil-less. So soil media we are using in a field or agricultural land, whatever we are having in our area. So this is the soil-based plant cultivation. But when we talk about the container farming or some nursery man's using protected agriculture
So
way of
sorry to interrupt. Again,
cropping.
slides. So sorry to interrupt. Again, slides are not visible.
Slide is not visible. Is it okay?
Yes, now it is visible.
So when we talk about the container farming, means we are growing plants in hydroponic way or soil-less media. So there are several types of media present in our market. So they are vary from cost to cost. They depend on the source of the origin and the material we are procuring from the market. Varies from 30 rupees a kg to 80 rupees a kg. So these are of two types, the media. One is organic base and one is non-organic. Means some non-organic media, when we talk about this, these are the grain and pebbles, expanded clay aggregates and perlite, vermiculite. There are other also several types of non-organic, but when we talk about the organic media, so these are of plant origin. So most popularly and most wanted nowadays grow media is coir pith. So coir pith basically produce from a coir produced from the coconut. So this is a tropical crop and coastal area of our land have this plant.
Listen,
And,
Mandra,
hello. And we have a quite appreciable source of this. We don't have any scarce. So coir pith is most prominent grow media nowadays. But as far as the cost is concerned, it is being sold in market about 40 rupees a kg. So when we go for a hydroponic cultivation, so generally nurserymen have this the plant raised by this using this grow media. So they face a cost consideration. So now this was the idea generated in my mind that can we have some alternate source of grow media. So here, because we have a quite large amount of the area occupied by sugarcane, and the sugarcane produce dry leaves, which is known as trash. So trash is a very neglected produce of, or rather byproduct we can say. And it is after harvesting, when farmer harvest the produce as in sugarcane, so they left this trash in a field, and this leftover sugarcane trash is burnt away by these farmers. So this is a serious concern of NCR also, when our crop is going to harvest in the month of October, November. So a lot of pollution created by these smoke and smog due to this trash burning is having a very serious concern. So this the trash, when we use as a grow media, so then we can have this trash, we can consume this trash in the form of grow media. So we can save the environment also by using this trash. So how can we use this trash? This I generated this idea, and I have uh, worked out on this trash based grow media in our laboratory, and we have tested and found this after this into a desired mesh size, which is similar to lignin content is quite much in amount, but comparable to coir pith, a little bit lesser lignin is there. Some cellulose part is more. So these are the some few chemical properties we have analyzed in our lab. So when we tested this grow media after making in a desired mesh size. So in a soilless, and we use this as a soilless media. So it was at par with the coir pith. And when we blend this in with the other grow media also, this is quite compatible with other material also. So compatible with the coir pith, compatible with vermicompost and some perlite, vermiculite and some non-organic based grow media. So when we raise this the plant in this grow media, so we saw that it is a pH balanced media and can be sterilized also. So we can use, so we can say that it can be used as a grow media. So this is the idea. When I use this material as a grow media. So whether this is a fruitful idea or not for the society. So this I have mentioned here. The conversion process is eco-friendly because when we pulverize this material, so it is a zero residue based. There is no effluent in the form of, because no chemical reaction and no burning reaction or no fuel or no smoke in this whole process involved. So it is a very eco-friendly product. And how different my idea from other, the uniqueness I can say, the desired material is a very lighter in weight. It is highly porous, able to retain adequate supply of water and retain adequate quantity of water rather. And nutrient solution is also can be held by this material. And it is a natural pH balance, while coir pith have a higher pH range and they use some amendment to neutralize this coir pith there when they process this coir pith. And the process is very easy. Our this coir pith, and when we compare this coir pith with the trash, so the process is very congenial. So the tentative initial investment when we saw, it was costing around 4 to 5 rupees a kg toward the collection, cleaning, washing, and packing, etc. So this is excluding of the sterilization or pasteurization. When we sterilize or pasteurize this material, so it may cost a little bit higher. And this material, because it is friable and loose, this is being compacted with the compaction machines and can convert into brick also. Likewise, this coir pith is being sold in market in the form of bricks. So the consumption as market gap, as far as the gap is concerned, so as I have estimated that coir pith has a 70 to 80% share in the market, and all over the world, not even in India, but in all over world, it is being used as a container farming product. So we can replace this coir pith by our product, and because it would be a very cheap material, and moreover, it can conserve environment also. So apart than this indigenous demand, India is exporting a substantial quantity of coir pith as a grow media, and several countries are having a market demand. I have mentioned here the Netherlands, South Korea, Spain, Australia, Italy, Germany, and Canada. These are the important countries. But apart than these countries, the coir pith demand is very high in almost all countries where container farming is being practiced. So I think I should wind up with these words. Thank you very much for listening. And now any query and questions from the audience, most welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, one question I have. Kindly give some idea about its novelty and uniqueness.
Pardon?
Novelty and uniqueness. Is there any review material or research available
Yeah, actually, we have tested this material here in lab, and we have raised some sugarcane plant also, because we have registered a startup company in the name and style of cane concerned and solutions, and the plant raised in the lab by single bud culture of the sugarcane. We have raised successfully using this grow media by sugarcane trash.
Okay, sir,
We have available with this.
what is the usefulness of using this alternate means likewise from the decades we are using the coir pit, and as you are saying that trash, the sugarcane trash you are using as a growing media. So what is the usefulness to the society, whether this particular trash provides such type of fertility or such type of quality to that particular crop?
Actually, as far as quality is concerned, as I mentioned earlier, that it has a very good optimum range, rather, we can say the pH. The main consideration is pH and release of the salt of any media. So it is a highly lignified material, and it cannot dissolve in water, and it never emerge any salt or we
Okay.
can say the
Sir,
chemical.
just now this idea is at lab level. So have you tested in the ground?
Yeah.
Means ease of scalability. If suppose that this idea is really
Of course,
very
when we launch or we can commercialize this product, so no doubt there would be a good demand of this product also, because we have seen that wire pith is a very demandable product nowadays. So since it is an alternative of this product, so we can assure that it would be a boon for our society also.
Thank you so much, sir. Very nice and beautiful presentation from your side. And I am really very obliged to you, as you are a senior professor of IIMT University as well. So thank you so much for taking out the time and present your idea. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very soon we'll let you know the result of this IDEATHON competition after the completion of all the participants' presentation. Thank you so much. Ajay?
Yes, ma'am.
You can call next.
Okay, so next participant is Mr. Abhinaya Shri.
Can I present, sir?
Oh, sorry, Miss Abhinaya Shri.
Abhinya Shri.
Abhinya Shri.
Abhinya Shri. You are in the team, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is your team members? First introduce yourself and your team members.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm
and from where you are. Okay.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. So I'm Abhinaya Shri. We are from the team of technical results, and our team consists of totally 4 members, including me, Abhinaya Shri, and my co-teammates, Mr. Abhishlal, Mr. Mohammad Ashik, and Ms. Janan Benedict. We are from Chennai. We are from St. Joseph College of Engineering, and we are all 4 are under the stream of electrical and electronics engineering, ma'am. And we are pre-final year students.
You are pre-final. You are in your BTech 3rd year, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. So go ahead and present your idea.
I request the host to give me the screen sharing permission. It's showing that you are disabled.
Yeah. I will share the ride with you.
Yeah.
Abhinya, just give me a few seconds.
Sure.
Yes, you can share it now.
Yes, ma'am. One second. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is visible. It is visible. You can go ahead.
Yeah, 1 second. So good morning, honorable present here. As I have introduced myself, We are from the team of Technical Wizard, and our topic for this IDEATHON is Smart Energy Management and Load Monitoring of Individual Loads. So before getting into like what made us, what we have done in the project, I would just like to share about what made us choose this. So initially we started with this, we all know like loads also grow old, and we will know only that whether loads are in proper working condition or not unless and until it stops working. Only if you're going to on the switch and off the switch, and if the fan is not running, if the light is not glowing, only then we'll understand the load is not working. But that's not the real condition, right? If the load start misbehaving and if it consumes more power, then also it implies that the load is, that object is not working properly and the device has to be changed. But how will the user get to know that? That is the first primary question that took us into this project. So before, when we went to this idea, we collected some tariff amounts, some EB bills from our friend circle. We took the survey, and here you could see for 400 units of current consumption, the total current charges is 1,100 rupees. And for 490 units of current consumption, that is 90 units have increased, and the current amount increased is from 1,100 to 1,370. That is around 270 rupees have increased for 90 units of increase. When you see here from 490 to 509, that is just 19 units of increment, but the amount of current charge increases from 1370 to 2039, which is almost 700 rupees. So if the user have reduced his current consumption just by 10 units, or just by if he would have not crossed the limit of 500, he would have saved an amount of 400. Just think of a middle class man, because this amount means a lot to them. So our objective is to save energy and money, and it would be great, right, if you could get live update about the individual loads in your home and to find which load is consuming more power. And the medium through which we are taking this output is through website. We didn't prefer a mobile app because we didn't only think in the aspect of a consumer side, we also thought in the aspect of producer side. You would know there will be someone who is coming to our home to take the EB readings, and he'll be telling the amount that we should pay and everything. So how would it be if that person can also sit in his own place and check how much amount we have consumed, how much we should pay, and everything? That monitoring, if everything could come through online, that it would be easy for both the producer and consumer. So that's why we have prepared a website. So we preferred a website. So at last, we have started doing this project actually. Very initially we have started. So here you could see the things, apparatus which we have used are this voltage sensor, current sensor, relay, Arduino Mega, and an ESP32, which is a Wi-Fi module to interface between our circuit and the website actually. So here we have used Arduino Mega. It has 15 inputs, which means with one Arduino Mega, you can connect 15 loads in your home. So as far just for this demo purpose, we have connected only two loads actually. And we have used a LED lamp and a fan load here. So these are the hardwares which we have used here. So now I would just request Jenin to explain about website.
Thank you, Ms. Abhinashri. So now I'll explain about the website. So in this website, basically what happens is the current sensors and the voltage sensors will detect the analog values from the device, and it will send to the Arduino. Those analog readings will be transferred to the ESP32. There it will be processed and it will be sent to the Firebase. Through Firebase, it will be the web application will get the data from the Firebase, and it will be displayed in the website we have created. So the user as well as the person who is coming to take the readings, it will be easy for them to note the readings. The user may also know if any fluctuations is happening in the device. So it will be easy for the user to for this usage. It will be easy when he uses through the website.
I would just like to add a point before my friend Ashish continues. So here you could see in the website that the power consumption, you could see the voltage consumed by the single apparatus, the current consumed, and the total power consumed will be here. And here you could see the per unit rate in TNB, because as government changes, the tariff amount will also change. So it is necessary for the user to get updated with that also. So in the website itself, we are providing the per unit rate in TNB. So we are planning what we have implemented as of now has been explained by Janet. So what our real idea presentation for this is we are planning to have it like a sound system like a buzzer sound and an alarm sound. You know, nowadays electric vehicles are burning automatically. So there might be a question in your mind, what if the user is sleeping and if the load is consuming? It is not only like amount saving, right? It is also about concerned about safety also. So we know we use air conditioners only in specific months. So especially in the summertime. So when you are using it after a year, you know, there might be a chance that AC requires some service, but we might not be aware of that. What if the AC consumes more power and there is a chance of burst during night times? So we have planned to implement the sound system so that, like, as I said, when the current consumption is just going to cross a border, so that the user has to pay some double amount, the user will get that information through a message or via mail or through a normal alarm system. And if the AC is going to malfunction, if it is behaving abnormally and there is a chance of any hazardous situation, then we are planning to implement an automatic cut-off system so that the AC will be automatically cut off, because it is necessary for the user to ensure the safety. That is why we are doing this device. So now I just call Ashik to explain about the existing and the proposed system and advantages, etc.
It's Thank you and hello everyone. So let me discuss about the existing model that is being used in the current scenario. That is, hopefully we'll be having an energy meter in all our homes, right? So in that we will be able to know only the power calculated, that the whole unit, that is the whole electrical appliances of home, will be calculated in the amount of the terms of power, and that will be noted by the electrical people. So in case of doing that, the people will not be aware of kind of things like if there is any fault in an individual load, or whether it consumes a lot of amount which is belongs to the self the energy purpose. So to avoid that, we have here to introduce, like, we will be monitoring each and individual load, and the individual load current and voltage reading will be calculated, and that power will be that power can be fetched in the website, so that the user can come to know whether the load is functioning properly or not, or we can take measures, like if the load is not functioning properly, he can just change the load. And pros of our project is, like, we can easily monitor individual loads, so we'll not don't want to see entire power, and the user will not know the not able to know if the load is malfunctioning or not. And then without even manual function, the user can easily turn on and turn off the switches by using website itself. So these were the pros we have implemented this project, and in future we'll be developing, as team at Avinashi said, we'll be implementing the user alarm sound, so that the user will come to know whether the function it is whether the module is working or not, and then it will automatically cut off the voltage, so that even in the absence of the user, the voltage power can be reduced. That's it. And now I call upon Mr. Abhishek to demonstrate what we have done here.
So yeah, thank you, Ashik. So this is our project. So in this project, we have done a website. So this is the prototype of a project we have created. So in this prototype, we have installed an Arduino Mega. As she said, Arduino Mega is used for calculating the individual load powers and the voltage. So this is the voltage sensor we have used, and this is the ESP32 for connecting to the Wi-Fi module. And here we are using two relays to turn on the off by controlled by the website, and these are the current sensor for calculating the current. These all data will be tell in the display itself. So this is the website we have created. So in this website we have tell the current yeah. In this website we have created the website will note down the current and the voltage, and this is the total power. And when I turn on the circuit, the we can control the circuit from the here. We can control the load, individual load from the here and itself.
Okay.
So actually then load 2 can also be controlled from the here. We have in this project purpose we have created connected with the two loads.
Okay. for the certification purpose, right?
We have connected two loads. When I turn on the load 2, the fan will automatically load. It is the load 2, so the fan will automatically turned on, and the power consumption also displayed in the website. In the LCD displayed load 1 and load 2, and we can also turn off by here itself. When I turn off the website, the total will be turned off. The fan is turned off. So this is our website, and we have concluded like website will display all the total power. Is that graph for total power on and power off, and here as she said total per unit TN. We have calculated the cost as per the TNEB tariff, Tamil Nadu Electric Board tariff. So we have concluded this project. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. We are done with our explanation.
Yeah, that's very wonderful, Abinya Shri and Poin Shri Harini. And one is Abhishal and one is Muhammad Ashik. You have registered for IDEATHON? Muhammad Ashik, by which name you have registered? Actually, I'm not getting
Ma'am,
mail.
actually the registered name is Abhishlal, ma'am.
Abhishlal?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. We have 4 of a team.
We are a team, ma'am.
Yeah, 4 members are there, na?
Yes,
One is
yeah.
Abinya. Abinya, your registration is there?
No, ma'am. We have indeed registered 1 per team.
Okay. Actually, for
I
the
have-
certification, okay, okay, I will share the feedback form with you all. Okay, so again, you can register for it so that everyone get the certificate in that manner. And the whatever the position certificates are a different thing, but first you register for the certification process also, right? Okay. So that's a very wonderful idea and which you have presented. It is my request to Abinya. You just share one first slide share kariye aap ek
Yeah,
baar.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. It's smart energy management and load monitoring of individual loads. So that's very wonderful. Your mentor is your HOD?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, convey my regards to her and wonderful students you are and you all are presented very well, right? So this Poin Shri Harni, Abhishal, Muhammad Ashik and Abinya. So wonderful presentation by all of your side. I just you have developed now prototype of your idea, whatever the video you have presented over here, right?
Yes, ma'am. So actually, we have not entirely completed our prototype, ma'am. Initial phase we have done. So I have also explained about future scope that we are going to implement to have it in real purpose, ma'am.
Okay, so how can you cut down the energy requirement by using your idea?
Yes, ma'am. So actually, it's like we are not cutting down the energy requirement, ma'am. Like 2 things we said. Initially, it's like the user should also know that if it's going to cross 20 more units, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah,
Continue.
if it's going to cross 20 more units, then you have to pay 400 rupees more. So just reduce this amount of consumption so that you could save rupees. That is something which is actually a primary thing, but that is not our main aim. Our main aim is to prevent any hazardous situation. So we are implementing like automatic cutoff of the circuit. Like when the there will be like right, ma'am, for a 5-star AC, this much amount of current consumption should be done. That is something fixed like that for each device. All that will be interfaced with the website itself. So when our circuit, when our ESP senses something is wrong, that the AC is consuming much load above which might result in any hazardous situation, then the supply going to the AC will be automatically cut off now, because it is necessary for the user safety, right?
So what you are thinking about means if your idea is very viable, so you are launched it commercially. So what means what is the commercially viability of your idea? How much commercial?
Yes, ma'am. So obviously, it's like as I said, if it is to speak about the in aspect of budget, ma'am. Here you could see what we have done. This costed only around 2,500. It might sound big, but actually when you see, you know, if he's going to save around 700 to 500 to 700 rupees every 2 months, then this 2,000 is nothing much. And you could see an Arduino life is like around 18 to 20 years. So like for 20 years, he can live happily. And here also we have planned to, like for new homes, it is easy to implement, ma'am. For existing homes, without disturbing the circuit, we can implement, because we all know like every homes will have a circuit connection like rooms here. So we have designed the circuit for that also. Here you could see this is the house main energy meter. From to this you will be getting every supply from each rooms, right? Like room 1 and room 2. So all the loads connected to room 1 will be commonly connected to an Arduino. All the loads connected to room 2 will be commonly connected. This all circuit will be given in the main energy meter. So we are going to keep our device here so that the user can interface like every room's load consumption will be clearly visible, so that it will be budget friendly also, because you know maximum of 8 loads to 9 loads will be there in a particular room. Like I'm saying about a heavy load. So one Arduino you can use for 15 devices, means just by increasing number of voltage sensor and current sensor, you can connect to how much ever device. So maximum for a house of 2 bedroom house, a kitchen, a hall, like it would cost only around 7,000 for 20 years. So I feel that is the most budget friendly and the most safety providing device.
That's wonderful, Abhinya. So very good presentation and a nice defense in question answer round. So we'll let you know the results soon, and thumbs up. Till then, thank you. Yes, Ajay, you can call next.
Yes, ma'am. So our next participant is Mr. Abhishek. Mr. Abhishek.
Abhishek, you are in which team, or you are individually presented your idea? Okay. Aditya?
Ma'am?
Abhishek, yes, Abhishek.
Ma'am, I'm in team with Sangamitra, ma'am.
Sangamitra. Okay. So you are ready to present your idea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So just first you introduce yourself.
Ma'am, I'm
with your-
Abhishek ma'am, from Sri Ramakrishna Engineering College, Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm just giving you the right of host, and then you will present. Okay.
Ma'am?
You can present your idea now. You can share your PPT.
Ma'am, Sangamitra will share my PPT.
Okay. Okay, I just.
Ma'am, I'm Sangamitra, ma'am.
Okay, you are going to present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just wait.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Sangamitra, you can present now.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it's visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is visible. Aerial emergency drone, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So in your team, Abhishek is there, Gayatri is there, Sangamitra is there, and Vijay Gopal.
Gayatri and Vijay Gopal did not present today, ma'am.
Okay, no issues there, but he is in your team. So first you introduce yourself and from which college you are, from which state you are, and then you go ahead for the idea presentation, right?
Yes, ma'am. So good morning to everyone. I'm myself Sangamitra, and my team members are Abhishek, Gayatri, Vijay Gopal. We are from Sri Ramakrishna Engineering College, Coimbatore. So our topic is about aerial emergency drone. The problem statement is the main vision of aviation sector is technical issue and hijack. So the signal between the flight and the air station will be lost. Due to this reason, the aircraft is disappeared. And it takes more time to find the airplanes. The impact of missing planes causes a serious issue worldwide. So the aim and objectives. The aim is to identify the missed or hijacked aircraft with the help of drones. The objective is about it ejects and trap the aircraft during the critical times and situations. And it also shares the location and condition of the aircraft to the nearest airport. And it also sent an emergency signal about the airplane regarding the crash to the airport. Then Abhishek will explain the flowchart.
As the flowchart, the start condition says that the drone will be automatically ejected if it's lost control or the pilot manually ejects in the time of emergency or lowering the plane's altitude without triggering the landing gear. After releasing the drone, it stabilizes itself from being carried away from high turbulence using stabilization algorithm using tilt sensors. As it takes plane's location as an input, it navigates to it dynamically in time as the plane's location varies in time. The location of drone is being transmitted to the nearest airport, for it also moves along with the planes. So that if any airport gets the signal, they will start the emergency protocols and track the plane to reduce the amount of casualties and risk that if plane crash occurs. As if the plane crashes, the drone lands near the airplane, as it is designed to land itself automatically on any terrains or water surfaces and transmit the location until its battery goes dead. Then it will transmit an highly impulse emergency signal that it will any airport can capture it up to an flying time of 1 hour and also dead time for 30 minutes. The uniqueness of IDEA is it is totally different from other drones because it has two functions: data recorder and emergency signal transmitter. The data recorder resembles the work of black box, and the emergency signal transmitter is used as a second signal transmitter for airplanes, as it keeps the data for aircraft and drones location and transmit it to the nearest airport. There is no existing methodology for that, so it is a new unique idea for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek. It's very nice. First of all, you tell me about that you heard about the helicopter crash of first CDS of India.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your idea can identify such type of issues or tackle such type of emergencies happenings?
Ma'am, if crash occurs, then the landing gear has some problem in it, ma'am.
Okay.
If we trigger it, it will not open the landing gear or something, ma'am. In some situation occurs, the drone automatically ejects itself and sends the information to the nearest airport as it to reduce casualties.
Okay. Okay. Tell me about that. You have prepared the prototype of your idea? You have with it, or it is in just
on the process, ma'am.
On the process. Okay.
Yes,
so you are going for any type of copyright or patenting of your idea?
Yes, ma'am. Patent.
Patent. You are going for the
Yes,
patent, right? Okay. So tell me, I'm asking one question to you about the technical viability of your idea.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the technical viability? Means it is viable in all type of technical solutions?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, it is viable, ma'am.
Okay. And what about the commercial viability? Means suppose that you are going to launch this idea
compared
in market.
to the cost of the airport, it is viable, ma'am.
Okay, so it is cost effective, or it can means it is very costly idea if you are going to
Ma'am, we
launch
use
in
high-end drones for the project, ma'am. So it will quite effective and also costly, ma'am. Because it efficiently work, ma'am.
Okay, can you just give me any pros or cons of your idea? Means what are the benefit and what are some of the disadvantages attached with this idea? Yeah.
Ma'am, if aeroplane crashes, then it will cost many millions of dollars to recreate it, ma'am. and also if it's lost signal, it is difficult to find. So it is takes many humans work and also time consuming work, ma'am. If we employ the drones technology, it will land near the plane, ma'am. So it will reduce the time of searching, ma'am.
Okay, that's wonderful, Abhishek. And who is your team members? Let me introduce Abhishek. Our team members. Let me know the name of your team members.
Ma'am, Sangamitra,
Sangamitra,
Vijay Gopal,
Vijay Gopal,
Gayatri,
okay. Gayatri,
Abhishek.
Abhishek. So all you have registered for the IDEATHON, or actually I am
Ma'am, no,
only
ma'am,
getting the name
Sangamitra
of Sangamitra only. Yes. I
Sangamitra
will
only.
share. Okay. I will share some of the link with you, so you can register with that also. Okay. It is actually we
Okay,
requires this information we required for the certification, right? So all
Okay,
the
ma'am.
very best for your idea. Result will come soon. So thank you so much. And it is now again requested to Ajay to call upon next speaker, next presenter.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, our
Excuse me,
next
ma'am.
participant is Mr. Aditya. Yes.
Yeah,
Aditya.
this is actually Ponshri Harini.
Yes, Harini.
Yeah, I don't belong to the previous team actually. You call my name along with the previous team members.
Harini, Ponshri Harini, na?
Yes, yes.
You are with the team of Abhishal?
No.
Huh.
I am with Veda Shankar and Ishita.
Veda Shankar and Ishita, and one more, Ponshri Harini is a different name, I think.
I'm sorry?
You are present at two. You are presenting two ideas today.
Yes.
Harini?
Yes. I'm presenting two ideas, but both the ideas are with Ishita and Veda Shankar.
Both the ideas with Ishita and Veda Shankar. And just give me a few moments. Abhishal is here. Abhishal?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Abhinya, name your team members का अपने name बताइए.
Ma'am, myself Abhishlal,
हाँ.
Abhinaya Sri,
हाँ.
Muhammad Ashik,
हाँ.
and Janine Benedict.
Janine Benedict. Okay.
These are the team members from my side.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So next one is Aditya. Okay, Harini, you just wait for some time.
Yes,
I will
ma'am.
call your name. Okay.
Yes.
So Aditya, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready.
Okay, you are ready. You are individually, you are in team, or you are individually presenting your idea?
I am individually presenting my idea.
Okay. So I am giving you the right of presentation, and then you will share. Aditya. Okay, now you just first introduce yourself, then present your idea. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead. Share your slides.
Myself, Aditya from DHTFM Ghaziabad. I study in class 12. My objective is drone defense system. Actually, my idea belongs to the national security. As we all know that when the enemy does a sudden attack, then the army of India means we. Ma'am, can I speak in Hindi?
You can speak in Hindi. No issue.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. होता ही है कि जब भी इंडिया आर्मी के ऊपर कोई भी सडन अटैक होता है तो इंडियन आर्मी को बहुत ज्यादा लॉसेस फेस करना पड़ता है. Therefore, my idea is drone defense system. In the objective, you can easily see that one of the best use the system is to protect our citizens from getting martyred after a sudden attack. Usually, it happens that if anybody get a sudden attack, his mind can't prepare for to face that sudden attack. Therefore, this is my idea of drone defense system. In this system, what we do is that we will send a bunch of drones, means not 20 or 30 drones. We will send 100 to 150 drones through a satellite to the space. These all drones will be monitored from computer. Whenever in need, wherever we get that, like we need the drones here, we will only command those drones to come at that place and they can attack. The benefit of this is that we don't have to the casualties, मतलब कि हमें सबसे पहले तो ये फायदा हो जाएगा कि वहां पे हमें तुरंत आर्मी नहीं बुलानी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि आर्मी सडन अटैक के लिए रेडी होने में थोड़ा प्रिपेयर होना पड़ता है, सडन अटैक के लिए उतना रेडी नहीं रहता. दूसरी बात, सडन अटैक में कैजुअलिटीज को बहुत ज्यादा हार्म होता है, उससे बचाने के लिए ड्रोन अटैक, ड्रोन चारों तरफ से जब अटैक करेंगे तो army will get restricted, and we all know that when the power is in unity we will easily succeed, but when the power distributed, our success rate got increases. So in drone defense system, and there is one more problem, that is the radar system. We all know that the radar जो होता है वो electromagnetic waves होता है, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स एमिट करता है, जो कि जैसे एयरप्लेन जो होते हैं, फाइटर क्राफ्ट जो होते हैं, उनके ऊपर एक रैम लगाया जाता है, radar absorbing material, which distract the electromagnetic waves of the radar. The same we will do in this drone also. Now the second is that the problem is that how the drone will aim. वहां तो enemy के भी army रहेगा, हमारे भी army. How the drone will know that this is our enemy and this is our army. So for that we have used a camera in our drone. The camera will show the whole battleground to us, and we will aim that who is our enemy, and once we will aim that person will got destroyed. My main idea is to protect the soldiers from sudden attack and protect the casualties, like in some places which are very difficult to fight, like Siachen, Jammu Kashmir, where there is very much difficult for the casualties to get to protect themselves. Therefore, in places like Siachen, where there is very hard to fight, at those places we can easily land our drones. We can easily attack from drones from all the sides to destroy our enemy. Ma'am, this was my idea.
Okay, आदित्य, इट्स रियली वंडरफुल, बहुत अच्छा आइडिया आपने प्रेजेंट किया है. आप मुझे एक चीज ये बताइए कि आपने जो प्रॉब्लम एड्रेस की है, ठीक है ना, जो प्रॉब्लम एड्रेस की है, तो उसको आप किस तरीके से अपने आइडिया से सॉल्व कर पाएंगे?
मैम, लाइक जैसे कि कोई भी सडन अटैक होगा तो हमारी ऑल वी नो दैट कि जब भी कोई सडन चीज होती है तो हमारा माइंड उतनी जल्दी प्रिपेयर नहीं हो पाता उस चीज को फेस करने के लिए
जी.
बट हमारे ड्रोन्स जो होंगे वो पहले से रेडी टू फाइट होंगे. वी जस्ट हैव टू गिव देम कमांड टू फाइट इन द बैटल ग्राउंड. So once as well as we know that there is a sudden attack, we will immediately send the command to the drones and they will attack, and it doesn't take off hours, it will only take few minutes.
So इसका मतलब ये है कि जो भी आपके vehicles हैं, means whatever the aircraft we are going to use in that battle, so that will be full furnished with that type of drone, right?
Yes ma'am, we can say that. And we can also easily save our energy, क्योंकि जितने drones हमें चाहिए, हम आर्मी के, we know that there are this amount of enemy, और उसी amount के हिसाब से we will also send our drones.
Okay. So how much commercial your idea is, means what is the commercial viability if you are going to send your project to the government? So what you are thinking, what remark you are getting, suppose what remark you will get from there?
Actually, I'm not that much it's a national security, and I also didn't knew that how much is cost to make that much latest technologies, less drones. I have made a sketch of it, means how it works and all that, but I can't
अभी आपने इसका प्रोटोटाइप तैयार नहीं किया है, अभी it is on the sketch, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yes ma'am.
Okay, that's wonderful, Aditya, and you are in a means very good presenter. Good idea is yours, and it's very happy that you are in class 12. You passed the class 12, or you are in
no,
class 12?
I am right now. I am in class 12.
You are in class 12. Okay, so that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Keep it up, and we'll declare the results soon. Meanwhile, go ahead and do some more research. Okay, thank you, Aditya. Ajay, next.
Yes, ma'am. So our next participant is Miss Bhavna Rajput.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Bhavna, you're ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Bhavna, who is your team members, or you are individual presenting?
Participating as individual, ma'am.
Participating as an individual. Okay, so first of all, you just present yourself, introduce yourself, and then present your idea, right, Bhavna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Can I have the host?
Yes. You can present now and introduce yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Just give me a second, ma'am. Okay, the PPT doesn't seem to be working now.
Yes, Bhavna, share. Hello, Bhavna, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm unable to share the slides, ma'am.
Nini, your slide is visible right now.
Yes, ma'am, but then it's not allowing me to move the slides.
Ajay?
Yes, ma'am.
What technical issues there?
No, ma'am.
You can click on the second slide. You can click on the second slide, Bhavna.
No, ma'am, it's not showing. I'm not able to present as well.
No, but your slide is visible.
Yes, ma'am, only the first slide is visible.
No, second is visible. If you move down,
Okay, I'll scroll down. Okay.
Scroll down, up and down. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Thank
you. Go ahead.
So I'm Bhavna, a second year CSE undergraduate student at St. Joseph's College of Engineering, Chennai. And I would like to present MEDOG, an IoT-based solution for managing medication. A very good afternoon to everyone present here. When I is replaced by we, even illness becomes wellness. So the purpose of the proposed solution is to help users to easily manage their doses and receive comprehensive reports of the same. It aims at monitoring the consumption of medication and helps in making it available to all types of users in the market. Now you might be wondering why this problem is of prime importance. The factors range from various reasons such as increase in prescription drugs, difficulty in keeping track of doses, and patients suffering from long-term diseases who require constant medication. The patient needs to have medication at the described intervals to avoid future complications. So, although there are various pill dispensing options available, none are as efficient and economical at the same time. For instance, you can see the first type. It is very economical. However, it is not the most effective when it comes to reminding the patient of the doses to be taken, and it is very hard to keep track of at the same time. In the second type, there is an alarm that can be set to dispense medication. However, it would not allow you to segregate medicines accordingly, and it is also not viable for multi-user purpose. In the third option, it is like better than the other two options. However, it is not cost effective as 56,000 for a medicine dispensing machine is not affordable by everyone in our households. So MEDOG, the solution I propose is MEDOG, a device that aims to provide medical assistance to users by providing a simple but efficient way of dispensing medication. It consists of sensors that are connected to IoT that help remote monitoring through application on your mobile application be possible through various situations. Now, the working here can be described by first the device connects to your local Wi-Fi network, and the details of the medication and doses is taken as input in the app. After the user puts in the medication in the device, the data of the pills and the pill count is sent back to the server. The device gets notified when it is time for notification. MEDOG makes an alarm for the user to take the medication. In case the medicine is to be taken, you can have your fingerprint through the optical sensor, and the patient, is notified. And if the dose is not taken in the specific time, a notification is sent, and MEDOG makes a comprehensive report of all this information and is sent to the app. Now, how is MEDOG different from all the other options that are available in the market? As discussed earlier, this device aims to be both economical and user-friendly at the same time. There is no need to explicitly segregate the pills as there are separate compartments for each pill. This also avoids cross-contamination of medication as there will be multiple users using it. The user receives information and updates about the doses taken and misses from time to time. This can help the caretaker to take more precaution in case there is any mishap that happens during the medicine intake. Moreover, the fingerprint sensor provides an additional security so that patient does not overdose, and it also helps in distinguishing between the users. These are the features that set Medog apart from any other medicine dispensing device out there. The applications of Medog is that it is widely used for people with Alzheimer's or dementia, as they might find it difficult to keep track of doses that they have taken or missed. Moreover, elderly who do not understand how to take medicine can make use of Medog, as there is an alarm that signifies that it is time to take the medicine. It is also useful for caregivers who often have to manage medication of many patients, and it is difficult to manage at times. Even though there are various benefits of Medog, it also has its own downfall. One being that it only allows for pill-based medication, and secondly, the internet connection of the user may be unstable at times. However, with constant update to the design, it can be overcome easily. So this would be the tentative initial investment. Medog uses 4 IR sensors for monitoring the pill movement, 2 servo motors to dispense the medication, an optical fingerprint to distinguish between users, an ESP32 to control the devices, the sensors that are available, and a touch display that helps to easily control the device as opposed to normal buttons. So this would amount to like 1,600 for the device. But however, this is like without the wholesale value of the market. If we could do it in a more production style, it would obviously reduce. And future implementations, including adapting machine learning models to recognize the patient using facial detection, and connectivity to the pharmacy, so that when there is a shortage of medicine, an order for the medicine can be placed in the pharmacy, is additional features that can be added later on to the implementation. Health is the greatest of human blessing, and it is our responsibility to take good care of it. Thank you all for listening. Please feel free to ask any questions.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very wonderful. Medog, your idea is medical organizations, right?
Yes,
means you're supposed to organize the whatever the medical deficiency are there in terms of whatever the like equipments are available right now in the market. So you are doing some of the amendment or some of the advancement to those equipments. So it means it will be beneficial for the particular patients of Alzheimer's and means dementia,
yes.
right?
Yes.
So that's very wonderful idea you are presenting, Bhavna. So tell me the novelty and uniqueness, because this is the question which is directly related with your idea, because some of already there are so much available in the market, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So means what additional features you are providing, additional features you are giving?
Yes, ma'am. Like in other pill-based monitoring systems, you have to segregate the pills. If that's Monday, you put in all the pills for Monday. If it's Tuesday, you put in all the pills for Tuesday. Instead, in Medog, you can put all the pills in their separate compartments. So when it's time, it gets dispensed according to the machine. So you don't have to put in additional effort for that. And also, most of these types of machines are not cost effective for general households. It gets very costly, and that would lead to various problems when doses are missed or all that. So the main aim is to make it consumer friendly and efficient at the same time.
Okay, Bhavna. So you have developed any prototype of this idea?
No, ma'am. So far, it is only an idea, but I'm looking forward to develop an idea based on more suggestions that I get.
Okay, I will give you just one suggestion. You go for the patenting of your idea. It's a very wonderful idea,
Yes, ma'am.
and you just go for it. And whatever the help if you required for the patenting, you just you just call me for that also.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Okay, any type of help if you require for the patenting of idea.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
because it is very much viable in terms of whatever you are describing over here. Okay, one thing one question is there.
Yes.
What about the cost effectiveness? Means you have presented some of the data that some highly cost effective devices are available.
Yes, ma'am, because these are all semiconductor devices, they are not very costly to, produce. And this is also the market value that I have taken into consideration. If we do it in a wholesale market, it would obviously be very less than what I have mentioned here. So my main aim is to bring it to every household and make it efficient as possible.
Oh, that's very wonderful, Bhavna. So all
Yes.
the best for your idea, and
Thank you.
the result will be announced very soon. And it's again my suggestion to you: you just go for patenting of this
Sure,
idea.
ma'am.
For this, any type of help if you require,
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
just directly contact me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank
Bhavna.
you so much.
So next, Ajay, who is the next one?
Yes, ma'am. So
Who
our
is the
next
next
participant is Mr. Aruni Goel.
Mr. Aruni. Dr. Aruni, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am here.
Okay.
Are you getting my voice?
Yes, I'm getting your voice. Nice to hear again from you. And,
Yes, ma'am. Right now, what I thought to represent the country as a whole in the terms of ICT. So my idea is regarding the ICT.
Okay, regarding the ICT.
ICT, Information and Communication Technology.
Okay, Internet and Communication Technology.
Information and Communication Technology.
Information and Communication Technology, ICT. Okay. So you are going to present your idea with the help of PowerPoint, or you just discuss your idea?
No, ma'am. I will present it in the form of PowerPoint, and side by side, I will discuss all the things and issues pertaining to that.
Very wonderful. Wonderful, sir. You can present it. I share the right of host to you, so easily you can present your idea over.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just sharing. Hello, ma'am.
Visible, sir. Visible. You can share your PPT.
Ma'am, are you getting?
Yes, I am getting, sir. I am getting, but the PPTs are not there. I am seeing your desktop right now.
Okay. Ma'am, are you getting my PPT?
Yes. I am getting a PPT.
It is IDEATHON 2.2, right?
Yes.
The motive behind this idea that the term what I coined about my idea is e-Sahayata. Like Sahayata, help in the form of electronic form.
Okay.
It is basically it is an ICT based approach towards what I think is towards the fourth industrial revolution. Actually, what we know about industrial revolution till date, we have faced three industrial revolutions. First, about steam engines. We all know that how we first get to know how powerful is a steam. A gas can make big trains, big luggages, and all things for better communication. Second revolution was based on machines and huge mass productions by them. The concept of factories come there. Till 1970s, we have seen it very well. And then third revolution is the rise of digital communication. After that, the e-Sahayata is an ICT approach by which we want to implement our knowledge and we want to impart our knowledge to weaker section of the society. Just wait. Basically, as you are saying, I have written a brief information about ICT. ICT means any communication device by which we can implement by which we can impart knowledge to anybody, anywhere, anytime. It encompasses the radio, television, phones, networks, with the help of computer networks, system softwares, and many things. Our idea is to provide the benefit to the weaker section of the society and among the nations so that we can build a robust information as a society, as a whole, globally, we can develop ourselves. And this, what I suppose that many undeveloped countries or less developed countries like in Africa, especially like Tanzania, Congo, Zaire in America, in South America, many countries are there where people even don't have money to fulfill their basic needs. I suppose after the implementation, after the proper implementation of ICT, we can also make them more mature than from today's scenario. The idea's fruitfulness towards society is, first of all, it is a robust information system. Basically, it will help people who resides in far-flung backward areas from city. Even a poor citizen can get all said help in very much and lesser cost and effort if ICT is implemented properly. Second thing is improved medical facility. The medical facility can be very much. The second point is better teaching and learning methods along with LMS tools for both technical and non-technical education. Basically, in this point, we provide in ICT easy and transparent management, interactive and collaborative teaching and learning methods. Educators, instructors, trainers can teach better with what I suppose with images, videos, and graphics during the delivery of their lectures. And LMS tools are basically the learning management system. These are tools provided in both offline and online terms. For example, Blackboard. You can also say Google Classroom as a LMS tool. Basically, these tools provide the method of learning. You can learn from there easily, and management, that how you can manage the things. For example, you need right now PPT, or you need a pen to write something upon the screen so that student in the remote site can get and access your content, and many more things. These tools are very rich and dedicated only for learning and teaching purpose. I will not use the term teaching, but what I will use, these tools are dedicated for learning purpose, to impart knowledge everywhere and to everybody. Third is improved medical facilities. In medical facilities, these medical facilities can be improved in terms of prescription and telemedicine, and they can help the weaker section in the remote areas, because in general the poor section in remote area is not able to travel for a simple fever or anything which is not too much harmful for him, but it is difficult to live with that particular problem. So with the help of ICT, he can consult his problem with the doctor, and doctor can prescribe medicine. Also, the concept of telemedicine can be implemented by that. However, it will require much more effort to implement and to provide telemedicine. But if it is implemented, right now, what we till date, our basic needs are like roti, kapda, or makan. But now the education and medical facilities are two more important. So this thing, what our ICT based project is now, what we are trying to develop these models. Furthermore, in medical facilities, the MBBS students can learn surgeries, can view surgeries from remote side, that how a particular person has a critical problem and how it is operated, which methodology is used by the senior doctors to operate him, and so on. So medical facilities can very much improve. Fourth point is, it is a boon for Divyangs or physically challenged persons. As you know that Divyangs have a problem and they are not comfortable with traveling, or sometimes when they are poor, they even don't have money. They don't have passes so that they can go and move freely to anywhere. So with the help of this with the help of this ICT-based facility, it can be very easy to sort out their problems. They can learn from anywhere. I mean, in terms of studies, they can consult with any doctor and many more things, which we suppose that it is quite difficult for a Divyang to implement that. So it is definitely a boon for physically challenged persons. Another feature of ICT is ease of flexibility. That is, it can be operated in 24/7 environment, and it can be implemented anywhere where there are labs. I mean, where there is a computer and internet system, good internet system, it can be implemented very much. Next, sixth point, it is a cost efficient as a whole in terms of implementation. As you can see, if we implement a ICT based system, the people from all over the country can participate by sitting in their chamber, and they can participate and attend that particular conference or lecture or whatever the topic for their importance. So it is a very much cost efficient. For example, you can see if a person has to attend a meeting in Delhi, he has to move to Delhi, and all that transportation cost is to be borne by a company or its organization. But with the help of ICT, we can implement it very easily. He can even he's working in Chennai, he can attend a meeting instantly. And what we are doing right now, what we are doing in this Zoom meeting is, of course, the best example of ICT, that I am at my home and attending this very reputed conference. So it is a very good, and also it is a very time saving. You can think, if a person travels from Chennai to or Bangalore to Delhi, it will take around 3 to 4 hours to him by flight to reach Delhi. So then in the case of implementation of ICT, now there is no time. He can just on his system, click on Zoom or Google Meet option and attend the meeting and deliver his session or whatever is the matter. He can discuss it. Another very important thing, but it is hidden, it promotes the digital culture everywhere. Basically, by promoting digital culture everywhere, I mean to say it is quite helpful in cross-culture integration among different parts of section of societies. You can see people from Tamil Nadu can participate, people from UP can participate, people from Punjab can participate. All the states that are belonging to India and outside the India, of course, can participate in a particular conference or in a particular meeting or a particular session for gathering the information. Furthermore, they can also interact with each other by their session. For example, just before my session, Priyanka ma'am, I suppose, has delivered her lecture. If I got her point, then I can contact her. I know that her idea is very good. Then I can contact her if I'm interested in that idea. So it is basically a what I mean to say ki it is a cross-culture integration. People from remote areas, from different parts of the country, can integrate and share their views and interact with each other. As we all know that you are right now, in case of India, if we are discussing, we know that there is some sort of a line between North Indians and South Indians. And I'm sure if such type of integration is successful, then there will be no line at all. I suppose there will be no enmity among any group. Next, it is a paperless, it provides paperless environment and protects the environment. As we know, for example, it is a paperless and protects environment. It means that the trees will be less cut down. First thing. The second thing, as we go for any transaction to bank or ATM, we see a paper to fill up the details, and then we submit it to the bank, and then they provide us money. And same with the ATM, the ATMs provide us receipt. It is all useless for us, we know that. But in case of when we implement ICT, when we comes to net banking or any application through our app, banking app, we see we don't need any paper. We just click to submit. We enter our password, username, and we got the money. So it is quite beneficial for us in this this environment where we know that there is very importance of forests, trees, etc. Next, and not the right now in this slide, it is the next and last point, but it is not the last. There are many issues which can we can deliver, but right now, due to lack of time, I provide only these 9 points. It improves the administration, as we know that with the help of e-conferencing, video conferencing, many people even during corona times, we have seen that PM addressing the meeting, bureaucrats addressing the meeting with the help of this ICT based technology. So they basically provides a mode of the ICT based technology can provide the mode of communication by which we can very much easily implement the concepts of e-government or e-commerce, e-education, e-health, e-environment. There are more E's. That's why I termed this project as e-Sahayata. Now the thing is market cap. That why do we need ICT, and what is the problem that we are facing towards implementation of ICT? Basically, it is generally in if we come some much more in economics terms or technical terms, it is generally known as digital divide. First of all, it is a first point in market gap is low level of literacy rate and education. Low level of literacy rate, it simply means that a student just drop out his class from school from 10th class or 12th class and to do some work for some earning. And due to this, he is not able to get the proper education. Actually, what I mean to say that we have seen during our research that people, that the students who are going to college are 10 times much quicker in terms of technology. I mean, they understand the technology very well. They understand the technology very well. So low level of literacy rate and low level of education. For example, a student can drop out in 12th class. He doesn't know much about computers. He doesn't know much about. For example, if he is going to in a field as a farmer, he doesn't know how to do farming in a better way, so that his growth can be beneficial, more beneficial than previous. Next thing in income level. Income level is another factor that hampers the progress of ICT, because in fruitfulness, I have told you that
Hello, sir. Am I
हाँ
audible?
ma'am, हाँ ma'am. In point number 6, I have told you that it is very much cost efficient as a whole. Here I use the term as a whole, but here in income levels I will not use this term. In income level as a whole, I can say for a government or for a organization to implement ICT, it is very much cost beneficial that people from different parts of country can participate. But in terms of income level, poor people cannot poor people cannot afford laptop and good internet connections, because as we all know that internet connections are quite costly, and subscriptions plan is not very much easy for any person, so that he can pay 500 or 600 per month. I'm just talking about poor person. However, wealthy families can afford that, but for a poor people, it is just what they think about this is just a burden for them. They cannot afford that type of money, and some people also treat is that affording a laptop or internet connection is merely a part of their luxury. This is another concept that I have seen during my research. Another thing in market gap is geographical restrictions. In geographical restrictions, we have seen that our internet facilities are more better in urban areas rather than in rural areas and mountainous areas. In urban areas, we are getting 4G network and too much mobile towers, broadband connections, this and that. But in rural areas, it is somewhat low. The speed is not very much fine. However, after the corona, it has improved, but still that is not up to the mark. But in mountainous conditions, it is very much difficult technically to implement that. However, the government is trying, and more towers are now implementing. What I've seen in a report, the report yesterday, more towers are, organizations are willing to implement their more towers, so that proper internet connection can also be provided to the mountainous region. But it is right now it is a gap. Another thing is digital literacy. The difference between point number 1 and this point is that digital literacy means that a system in which a student goes to school, but the school doesn't have much number of computers, or not have a or have a very low level configuration of systems, so that so that a student cannot cannot take the advantage of the technology. However, in schools where the number of systems are good, where configuration is quite good, the student of that particular school is able to get mostly all the aspects of the technology. So these are the market gaps. And for ICT, during my research, I have seen that even European Commission is very much taking concern about that, and they are also implementing many projects for ICT based. They are also providing many ICT based projects for the development and upliftment of the people. Internationally, the UN also promotes ICT 4D to it is basically a project from United Nations, and this project is mainly to fulfill this to eliminate this digital divide gap. Next thing is uniqueness of idea. Actually, right now, what we have implemented ICT as a on-demand service. For example, I know that I have my session on 11 a.m. and I have to attend this session, but it is on demand. It is on demand by the university, by me, that on 11 a.m. I have to join this particular Zoom meeting. But what in our proposed model, it is organized and systematic. For example, you can say it is unique in terms, if we make 15 to 20 minutes to any student or any person who is working in an organization to participate in ICT based lectures, then and those lectures must be informative and according to the curriculum of that particular person or that student. For person, I mean, for example, some person is working in
So
accounts
time is
department.
going to up, sir. Aruni sir,
Okay,
time is going to up. You have to summarize soon.
Ma'am, if you want to ask some questions, you can ask.
Yes,
or
sir.
if
You can come to conclusion, sir. You just scroll down your PPTs if any left. This is,
No,
I am
ma'am, but
seeing the
this,
tentative initial investment that is around 1 lakh. So
yes,
basically what I want to ask to you means viability of your idea, and this in e-Sahayata you are supposed to means giving your statement that it is very much applicable for all parts of the society in terms of education, in terms of rural people, or in terms of any type of means education, online education or offline education. So
yes,
just give me some one-line statement that what is the feasibility of e-Sahayata?
ma'am,
How it is
if
feasible?
it is feasible if there is a political will. If it is a high political will and motivation, it will definitely be a sure shot project. You just see na ki in our first industrial revolution, we have implemented steam engines. Then after that, machines are invented because we know the source of energy. Now we are implementing with the help of technology, we are implementing the mass production. Right now, in third generation, there is a rise of digital technology. We have computers, we have satellites, we have phones, we have internet connection. Now is the part to this is the time for the upliftment of the society. So it can be implemented because all the things are with us. Now is to manage those things
So
properly.
you have developed any means prototype, or you have developed the
Ma'am,
application of e-Sahayata?
Ma'am, it is just on paper and pen.
Okay. So it's my suggestion to you also that you just go for patenting of your idea, and it is really very good. And whatever you have presented over here, and it is applicable in wide range. This idea is applicable in wide range, and as
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
seeing that it's a very in-demand idea.
It
Thank
is
you, Arun,
basically
sir. Yes, sir.
yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Actually, time is
Ma'am,
going to up, and I have a limited time, and there are so many presentations left.
fine.
So thank you so much, sir, and result will be announced soon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Ajay,
Yes, ma'am.
who is the next one?
So the next participant is Miss Dharini.
Dharini. Okay, Dharini, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Dharini, you are in team, or you are going to present individual?
Individual.
Individual, Dharini.
Yes,
okay. You just introduce yourself first, and then go ahead. Okay.
Yeah. Can I get the sharing rights?
Yes. Now you can share your PPTs.
Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. It is teaching and learning in pandemic, e-Masti, add Masti.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I am Dharini Mane, pursuing second year BE CSC at St. Joseph's College of Engineering, and my idea is about mobile application EdMasti, Masti Ki Pathshala, an app designed to make routine learning fun and accessible. Well, Allied Messai, an education and technology expert, said, we need to bring learning to people instead of people to learning. My app mainly focuses on enhancing the learning process and keep students motivated. This is implemented using AI and gaming technology. As the pandemic has changed the students' educational career and their minds, it was also found that up to 20% of students had problems accessing online learning platforms. So I came out with the idea of developing this app. The main objective of this app will teach and give more insights into many concepts in visual manner. Students can use this app wherever and they want with no cost. This app may change the educational career in one's life and improve the lives of others. The common problems faced by students during online classes are understanding the concepts, listening to the dry and flat subjects, solving problems, being creative, technical issues, communication skills, and the time management. Well, Edmusty is a solution to your problems. This app contains so many features that a student won't feel gray in learning. Well, the novelty is, in a study conducted by Cornell University, the researchers suggested that learner attention starts to wane every 10 to 20 minutes during lectures. To ensure this doesn't happen, our app has various key features that help increase attention span of student and help inculcate a passion towards learning. The prominent feature that distinguishes this app from all the other apps is the introduction of customized roadmaps. The roadmaps are especially crafted for each student using AI technology as dynamic difficulty adjustment based on the student's clarity and understanding on the subject. The difficulty level is adjusted for each level that is cleared. The theme keeps changing accordingly. So you can see the roadmap in the slide. It shows when you log in and register a course or choosing the grade, and after evaluation a student, based on that performance, the student roadmap will be designed. Not only that, the learning process of a student also will be different for each roadmap. At the final stage, the student will come out with success 100% knowledge on the subject. So yeah, it is not that easy to get full on knowledge in the subject, hence the roadmap contains all the resources like practical teaching, study materials to refer, games. Here the play and learn option is found only for the important concepts, so students can learn and play so that they experience that concept too. Another main concept is the introduction of gamification, where the students are allowed to play and understand the concept. Mini games are introduced for the topics that require in-depth understanding of the concept. Next, we'll have the assignments to be built for your confidence, and what you have learned will reflect on the quiz so that you will know how far you have learned. Finally, students should know where they stand, so there is a leaderboard introduced. The huge plus point of Edmusty is the collaboration between teachers and students of college and schools. Teachers can collaborate along with the students to solve doubts and also provide feedback on their performance. Similarly, students of different institutions can also collaborate, sharing ideas and also implement projects together. Methodology. Let me explain the methodology through the flow chart here. Firstly, the students will have to register and log into the app. Secondly, there will be a few questionnaires to know basic details of the students to move further. Thirdly, selections is based on the questionnaire answer. Students will be allowed to choose from the wide range of courses and the contents in the app to their capability. Next, the evaluation process takes place, which is done through AI classification, where the students are evaluated based on the selected topics and understanding level in the analysis using AI. Numerous studies have been addressing the problems of static level and have proposed the dynamic difficulty adjustment technique that allows the automatic mapping of playing experience with individual skills. PDA is a technique of automatic real-time adjustment of scenarios, parameters, and behaviors in video games, which allows the players' skills and keep them from boredom. The essence of the DDA is to retain the interest of the user throughout the game and to offer a satisfactory challenge level for the player. And coming to the roadmap, here, as I said, the before roadmap for each student is designed based on the evaluation part. As an illustration, when you see the GIF in the slide is showing the two scenarios. In scenario 1 explains when the student have done the questionnaire part well, then it takes to the part 1 in the roadmap. Likewise, in the scenario 2, if the student performance is insufficient, then it takes them to the part 2. Finally, there will be a leaderboard shown after the learning process through the roadmap. Could the move to online learning be the catalyst to create a new, more effective method of educating students? We believe that Edmusty will be turning point in the students' educational care. Even if a pandemic subsides, we believe that it's the app as a sustainable solution for providing premium learning experience at the comfort of your home. Online teaching is no more an option, it is a necessity. It is believed that if put to practice, this individualized performance prediction will help the teacher a lot in giving the necessary assistance to the students. In conclusion, I hope that Edmust is an app that students look up to helpful guidance and sure that it will become a successful month for them. Not only that, it also makes education easier for students too. Overall, it is a place where the students can learn with enthusiasm and enjoy each concept they learn. As you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press your destination. Once again, thank you for giving this opportunity, and you can feel free to ask the questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Dharini. It's really very wonderful presentation and very beautifully you have prepared the slides. Your slides are, very good, and I'm giving 100% marks to your slides. And one question is there. Am I audible to you, Dharini?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So one question is there. There are a lot of mobile applications based on the education are available in the market. So how your application is differ means if you're talking about the ad musty means you are giving some of the gaming options in between the learning, right? So in my opinion means as per as my knowledge concern, there are so many applications available. So how your idea is differ from others?
As you said, I agree there are so many applications, but so far I think there is even gamification is also introduced. But here is the main concept is that when you take some concept like a friction, very few at that age, very few can understand what is the concept of friction. But when you when you play a game, only you will know what is the concept of the game is. So at the same time, when we introduce a concept in gaming, so that students will even feel interacted to learn, and then I think they can even remember the concept forever. So introducing gamification in the concept-based learning, I feel that is unique.
Okay, that's very wonderful, Dharini. And what about the usefulness towards the society? You launched your application, or it is in just in a paper form, or you develop any prototype?
No, ma'am, it's in paper form.
Okay, it is in paper form. So what is the how long it will be feasible if suppose it launched in the market means what you are expecting from the market if it suppose that
definitely it will be feasible because it's a practical way of learning, and most of them are interested in online education. Maybe during this pandemic, even in future if it arises, so maybe this will be feasible, maybe mostly and during that times.
Okay, Dharini. So thank you so much and for your beautiful presentation, your beautiful slides, Dharini. Thank you so much, and we'll let you know the results soon. As I'm giving some announcement over here, as I'm seeing most of the students are presenting their ideas in a very well manner. So in my opinion, means all ideas are very wonderful and they have very novel and uniqueness. So that's wonderful to all of you. Next, Ajay, who is the next one?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, next participant is Miss Harini.
Harini.
Ma'am, but there is a little bit confusion.
Yeah.
Our next participant having two ideas. So they are asking that they have to present both ideas at once.
Both ideas. They can present both ideas. I just make a copy. Harini?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you give the presentation control to Veda Shankar?
Veda Shankar will present the idea over here?
Yes, ma'am.
Veda Shankar. Okay. One more thing I want to tell you, Harini. You
Yes,
just to mail me, you have my mail, and you can send both of your idea with the team members, right?
All
Because
right, ma'am.
it may create some of the confusion means which idea going to be select, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So maybe both the ideas will be selected. Maybe let's result came. So means here I'm telling you, you just mail me with the team members and with the PPTs. Okay.
All right, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, Harini. Okay, Veda Shankar, I shared the right with you, so you can present.
Actually, still disabled.
Veda?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm not able to present, ma'am. It's still disabled.
Okay. Just a minute. Just wait. Yes, now you can.
Yeah, ma'am. Screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. Okay.
Movie psych.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is your
That
first
is-
idea.
This is our first
Yes,
idea.
ma'am.
Pawn Shri Harini, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So one idea is of your domain is machine learning movie site. Okay.
Yes.
Go
So
ahead. Go
yes.
ahead. Yes.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. I, Punshi Harini, is here with my team members Ishita and Veda Shankar to present our idea movie site. We are from Chennai, St. Joseph College of Engineering, and we are currently in our second year pursuing computer science engineering. So when we watch a particular movie, we are overwhelmed with a lot of emotions. A criminal, while committing a crime, also goes through a mixture of emotions. So comparing these two can serve as a really useful response and resource for psychological study. Movie Psych works based on a review form, which is to be filled by the audience who's seen the movie. So they'll particularly select a movie scene from a movie. So let's just say that there's a movie called A, and this movie contains a rape scene which angered most of the audience. We'll get their review and views on that particular scene, and let's just say that we predict the emotion and we store it in our database. So this data in our database is used for psychological study and research, resource as well. So now a person commits a crime, so he kills someone else. So we don't have any information on why he did it or on what purpose he did it. But we don't know that the person who was killed was convicted as a rapist before. So using criminal psychology and our data present on database, we're able to understand that it has something to do with rape as it angered most of the people. And in this case as well, it might have angered the suspect. So even though we didn't have much practical information to work on, we were still able to find one such possible reason for the crime using criminal psychology. People's emotions are complex, and understanding the emotions can only be done with the help of movies, as it gives us a wide range of view. Small kids to really old adults watch movies, so understanding the emotions of such a wide range of audience can only be done by analyzing movies. Now, Veda will explain the working methodology. Yes, Veda, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm just going to be telling you about how the whole project works, right? So as Harini said, first the review that the user enters. So we are going to be working on the basis of a form. So this form is going to have like a lot of fields. So it's going to have a review field, it's going to have movie and a lot of other details. So based on these details, the main thing that we're going to be using is review. So this review is going to be sent to our ML model. And our ML model is going to be predicting our emotion. And like Harini said, all of this data will be stored in our DB, and all of this data that is in our DB will be sent to psychological experts. So this is done for like research purposes, so that the psychology department can actually analyze how various people think and how everything works. So that is basically the developer side and like the back end of stuff. So when we go to the user side, we've actually developed a prototype, a small prototype. So how the workflow for that prototype is basically we go from the home page, and then from the home page, we'll be selecting a particular movie. And once we select that movie, we'll be redirected to a form. And in that form, this is the main part where we can actually enter in our review and enter in our personal details, and we can just submit. So once we do click submit, an emotion will be predicted, and all of this data along with the emotion will be sent to our psychology department. So we've actually used a lot of technology. We've done this using Python and ML libraries, HTML, CSS, JavaScript for the front end, and MongoDB to store our backend, and then a Docker and GCP for like deployment purposes.
Yeah. So when it comes to the machine learning part, so we get the review from the user, and it goes to the backend where machine learning part comes into play. We use neat text functions. So basically what it does is it gets all the important words from the text and uses it to predict their emotion. So we get a new clean text, and using this clean text, we also train and test our model using sklearn's pipeline. So we try to use various different algorithms like decision tree, SGD, random forest, linear SVC, and logistic regression to enhance our accuracy results. And logistic regression produced the highest accuracy of about 90%. So Ishita, do you have anything to add on to the working methodology?
Yes, nothing but that we did a lot of testing and trials with other models in machine learning. And the best sort was logistic regression, as Harini had mentioned, and it gave the best accurate results. So that was what we went with, and to predict the emotions. So other than that, nothing else for working methodology. Yeah. So next we have the SWFT analysis. That is nothing but strength, the weakness, truthfulness towards society, and threat. So as you can all see, this is a very novel idea in terms of that this is very unique and cannot be produced or found anywhere on the internet. And as we see, throughout the pandemic from the past 2 years, everything has shifted to the online mode. Everyone's watching movies, Netflix, Prime, everything has gone up its ratings. And through movies, we can get to know how a person's mind works, and which will further on help the research resources and psychological department in the world. And this can also prevent a lot of suicides, and can generally spread awareness about mental health and how to keep up with friends and peers, and just how to maintain a positive environment. So that's one of our strengths, which helps the psychology department. And as far as our website, it's a very unique website which is very user friendly, so not much of complexity is involved in it. And also, because it's a review form of movies, we're giving a lot of freedom to the users, and to just generally view and voice out their opinions about a particular movie, whether they liked it or not. And as I again mentioned, it spreads mental health awareness generally. The fruitfulness towards society is just similar to strength, because our whole analysis, our whole project is for the analysis of the human brain, and to help the society become in a more positive environment friendly manner. Then going on to weaknesses, because it's a newly developed project, we work with small data sets. So sometimes there won't be like 100% accuracy. So even though we did a lot of testing and trialing, and sort out for the best model for our particular project, we still won't get the 100% accuracy if, for certain words. So obviously for that, we'll be again improving our accuracy and working on our model for improving it. Threats, because right now it's a very simple project that we've created. Once we scale up, there are obviously some threats that are prone to happen, such as data leaks or confidentiality may be compromised in terms of because the viewers or the users will be giving in information that is personal, or like they'll be giving their name, gender, etc., and other personal details that might be a little confidential. And so once we scale up, we'll have to authenticate it in a better way so that it's a safe website. Then coming on to our business model, it's very similar to SWFT analysis. So Veda, if you could go to the business model. Yes, thank you. So here, as mentioned again, our key partners are the general public, and which also helps the psychology department. And as the tentative initial investment, because it's a small project, we are, it's all based on entirely online, entirely a website. But once we scale up, we need a lot of developers on our end for the back end, for helping in the back end or front end, or the database, because we'll be spreading through all the different domains through our project. So once we scale up, we'll obviously need a lot of manpower for getting the work done. And as I again mentioned, key resources will be general views on the movies and how the brain anatomy works. Right now, cost structure is obviously feasible. There's actually no cost because everything, it's a website. So it's literally no cost, absolutely free of cost. And it's just for like improving the society. So but once we scale up and integrate it with higher end projects or big companies, we can obviously try to build revenue streams through advertising and etc., which will obviously take a little storage money or site maintenance engineers. So that so only through that way we'll have a little cost. But other than that, for users, it's completely free. And yeah, key activities, again, database, storing the database, and through the results, you'll be able to get to know the emotions developed or given by the user. So it would probably Harini and Veda could wind up with the future enhancements and custom specs.
Okay, so for future enhancements, we have a lot of things we want to work on because we do have a lot of things in mind. So one of the main things that we want to focus on improving is the accuracy. So one of the things is accuracy, and another thing is the audio reviews. So what we had thought of was maybe we can have users submit audio reviews. So that would be helpful as well. So we can have like users submit audio reviews, and based on that, we will be able to predict the emotions. So audio reviews will honestly be more helpful because you can actually feel the person's emotions when they're talking. So we hope to incorporate audio reviews along with our project as well. So this is mainly useful for like people with special needs. So that is our main aim. So another side benefit would be we can get more accurate results as well. So also another thing we can do is based on the reviews that the users give, we can also give them with predictions on what movies they might enjoy. So this is also something we thought we might incorporate. So Harini, you can go ahead and explain the customer segments and revenue streams, I guess.
Yeah, so basically the customer segment, belongs to the people. So they can be of any age group, and also it is completely gender inclusive. So any gender can, cast their review in the portal. And also the review stream is mainly through advertising through the website. So I think that's about it.
Yeah, I would just like to add on to one more point regarding future enhancements. As Veda had mentioned, recommendations of movies can be given. So how we're trying to do this is because every user will have a list of reviews, right? So they'll be reviewing at least, say, for example, 10 movies. So we'll be storing that data in the database. So we'll have a history of records of what and all they've given the reviews for. And based on that, we can tell whether they like romantic movies or comedy movies or scary movies, etc. So that's what one of the main future enhancements would be, because we'll be diverging into a major stream and can also keep it as a viewing platform. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, would anyone else like to add any other points?
No, I think that's about it.
Yes, ma'am, that's about it for our movie site project.
Okay, that's very wonderful, Ishita and Dharini. Not Dharini, it's Harini, Ishita, and Veda Shankar. It's wonderful and wonderful presentation you have made. And this is your first idea, right?
Yes, ma'am. We also have a prototype that goes along with this. So if we may, can we go ahead? Sorry?
Ma'am, we have a prototype for you to check out. Can we share our prototype with you as well?
Yes, you can share.
Okay. So this is basically our website, like as I mentioned in the...
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
okay, actually some internet disturbance is there. So in your first idea, means you have presented that you have to capture the human emotions, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In movie side. So means you have to capture means whatever the scene is going to be, then your idea will tell means what person is going to think on that movie. This is your idea, right? Movie side. Hello?
Ma'am,
kindly mute. Participants are requested to be mute yourself. Professor Aruni, kindly mute yourself. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes,
I don't.
ma'am.
Okay. Oh, you can present your next idea.
Actually, we would like to share our prototype as well for movie site to actually test
Okay.
how
You can
the
share
work.
it. You can share it.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So
Okay, so
go
yeah,
ahead.
Ishita, go ahead. Okay, so this is basically our UI. So we've worked on a small prototype to just demonstrate how our project is going to be working. So we have a UI over here. So if I go for this, I can like select any movie that I want over here. So we just have we have a few movies right now, but we do plan on adding a few more movies. So I can just choose any of these movies and like click review. So once this is done, I can just choose a genre over here. You can choose like Kori, romance, or whatever it is, gender, and then name, age, okay, profession, and then single. And then I can just type in my review. So I can just say this is nice movie. Right? So when I give in my review and I hit submit, I'm just going to be sending in all of my data along with the emotion that is predicted by a machine learning model to the psychological department. So as you can see here, the emotion that is predicted is joy over here for this particular movie and this particular review. So Ishita and Harini, do you guys have anything else to add on?
Yeah, so that's basically about movie psych wherein a particular review is generated. I mean, by giving a review, an emotion is generated. And this just basically takes in the keywords given by the user and predicts a particular emotion. So this is how our project, gets the particular emotions from a user just by reviews of different movies. And this can be done for several different movies. And yeah, that's about it for the working prototype. Harini, do you want to add on to this?
No, yeah, that's about it.
Ma'am, do you have any questions regarding movie site, ma'am?
Okay, it's wonderful. You can present your next idea because time is going to be up.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure.
It is auto certify.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so can you go to the AIM page?
Yes.
Okay, so we can use data from other movies to validate movies automatically using machine learning. And this is done based on various categories like nudity, vulgar language, or violence in the video. So after processing the movie, which is to be validated, we can compare similar scenes to other movies and get to know how people might react to the said movie. And based on all these data, we'll be able to categorize movies based on the 3 categories, which is U, A, and U bar A. So validating movies with this machine learning algorithm will serve as a game changer as we won't be needing any human assistance per se. So yeah, Veda, you can continue with the working methodology.
Okay, so for the working methodology, we have 3 things that we are going to be detecting with this particular project. So we have vulgar language, nudity detection, and violence detection. So I'll just start off with vulgar language. So how that works basically is an audio is passed in as an input. So when this audio is passed as input, it is just split into it. The audio is like split into multiple small snippets, and all of these snippets are just used as inputs. So once this input is like just passed through, we're going to be transcribing all of these audio files to English. So let's just say whatever I'm talking is being sent in as input. So all of this whatever I'm talking right now, it's going to be transcribed in the form of text. So when it is transcribed in the form of text, it is going to make it easier for the processing to happen, right? So when the text file or the audio file that has been transcribed to the text file is passed in as a data set. So when this is passed, we're going to be using the data set which contains vulgar words, and like we're going to be comparing it with the data set. So we're going to be comparing the text file that I'm talking, the text that I'm talking, so whatever I'm talking, we're going to be comparing my data with the data that is already existing. So we're going to be checking if there is any like there's any vulgar words, or if anything is vulgar in whatever I'm like talking. So based on that, I'm just going to be talking, and then we're going to be producing a vulgarity percentage. So based on the percentage, we're going to be just classifying it as U bar A, and A. So that is about it for vulgar language. So next we're going to be talking about the nudity detection and violence detection. So guys, go ahead.
Yes. So when it comes to nudity detection, we are trying to use a library called NudeNet. So NudeNet basically uses TensorFlow to process images, and it involves 3 steps. The first step involves processing the image, and it produces a safe or unsafe percentage. So using the safe percentage, we'll come to know whether the movie is suitable for all or it's only for adults. So if the safe percentage is high, then it is universally, available for all. And if it's really low, then it means it is like kind of unsafe for people. So it is adults only. And if it lies in the middle, then it comes under the under guidance part. So its next step involves detecting the exposed body parts. And with those exposed body parts, it produces boxes which censors those parts, and basically creates an image with sensors. So, and then it uses these data to classify it as U or U bar A or A. And the violence detection, Ishita, you can go ahead with it.
Yes, so for violence detection, we're just trying to predict whether that particular scene is violent or not. So in a movie, say, you have like 2 hours long of movies, we'll be splitting it into different time frames and sequences. So each time frame will be, having a particular scene. So for going about this, for this approach, we'll be basically having 5 to 6 images as an input on our side, on the developer side. So which will contain, blood and violence related images. So we'll have that as a list with us. And suppose any kind of time frame in that particular frame that we had split into is related or looks very similar to the images that we had kept as an input, then it will be predicted as it is a violent scene or a gory scene, lots of bloodshed, etc. So that's how we are going about this approach for actually checking out whether that particular frame or scene within a movie is violent or not. And again, the percentage will be derived through our machine learning model, and we'll just give the prediction. So a very simple method of finding, vulgar, nudity, and violence detection throughout a particular movie. And that's about the working methodology and how the backend process works for, using ML for auto-certify, that is our project. Then we can probably move on to SWFT analysis. Similar to the last project that we did, even this has a lot of strengths and weaknesses, but obviously strengths more on the more brighter side. It helps the CBFA or the Central Board of Film Association. And again, it's user friendly, and also human assistance is not required at all. It's inessential because the work is being done by the machine learning model and the processing that happens at the backend side. So there's literally zero or null human assistance required. And so we can simply and very quickly and easily just segregate, the audiences according to, UA or A. And fruitfulness towards society is, again, it reduces manpower, and this will also help in spreading awareness about different scenes or movies within a particular scenes or frames within a particular movie. And it can basically give a warning to parents saying that this is under guidance or this cannot be watched by children. So that can all be done just by a particular model that is nothing but auto certify, which just predicts whether predicts the ratings or certifications given to a particular movie. And weakness, as again said, it's a newly developed project, so hence therefore there'll be a lot of data leaks, and because it's a small data set, there might be a little inaccuracy, but over the top we'll be obviously improving the accuracy as the time goes, and we'll be bettering our prototype as well. And so yeah, that's about it for SWFT analysis. Moving on to business model, you guys can catch on to that.
Okay, so for the business model, we're going to be talking about a lot of things, as you can see. So the first thing that I'm just going to be telling you about is the key partners, as in who will be working with us or who will be benefited by this particular project. So first we have the CBFA, that is the Central Board of Film Association. So as it was mentioned previously, we plan on integrating a project with the CBFA in the sense that when a movie is about to be released, we plan on just helping the CBFA with their like their hello, am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Yeah, okay, sorry. So it's going to be helpful for the CBFAs, right? So it's going to be helpful for like making reviews and stuff, not reviews in the sense, but like, yeah, you can tell what kind of scenes they're going to be in the movie. So it can be vulgar language, violence detection, or anything like that. So the second person who is like benefited by our model would be the general public. So when the general public is by general public, I just mean everyone in general, right? So whenever a person watches a movie, I believe anyone who is who does not want to watch a certain kind of content would like to be warned beforehand, right? So this project will be helpful for them as well, because it will help them it will just give them a small warning kind of. So this is how it is beneficial for our key partners. And for the initial investment, so when we do scale up, we will need a lot of developers to like add new features and to like maintain the site and all of those stuff. So the things that we'll be investing on for this particular project would be like developers, and so that they can like develop new features. So another thing that I'd like to mention is the key resources. So key resources would be basically the data set. That is, the data sets would include movie scenes and like a large amount of data, which includes nudity, vulgar language, and like violence, so that this will be helpful in like classifying the data that we receive from the audience or the users. So this is the key resources part. And for the cost structure, we have storage, site maintenance engineers, and server maintenance. So all of this is just like general website management. So whenever you want to manage a website, you will just need to worry about storage, and then when you're developing an idea, you need to have site maintenance, right? So all of this comes under the cost structure, where we have like storage, where when we want to store stuff, we need to have that particular thing, and then site maintenance engineers, and then server maintenance. So if we want to maintain a server, we'll have to pay for it. So that would also be something that will contribute to the cost. So the key activities for our project would be to process the audio and video by segregating it into small segments. So that is one of the main things that is going on. And the second thing is to just provide a vulgarity percentage. So based on this, the movies will be classified. So again, the future enhancement for this project as well, as any project would, as any project you can consider, it will just have to be to improve the accuracy, right? So the first thing that we would like to improve on our project would be to improve accuracy and to like detect the censored images accordingly. So it does not, to make so that we don't, so that we can like make sure that it doesn't give us wrong information, right? So another thing that we want to include in the future is to include trigger warnings. So there's a lot of people who get triggered easily, and even like flashes and like a loud noise, all of these things, people get triggered by these things as well, and that might cause them panic attacks or anxiety attacks. So we would like to include these things as well in our project when we do develop it further in the future, and give the audience appropriate warnings. So this is something we would like to integrate as well. So another thing that we would like to enhance is the security for confidentiality purposes, right? So when someone is submitting a movie to us, we would like to keep their data confidential. So that is something we would like to improve on as well. So and the revenue streams for our project would be by associating ourselves with private companies. So once we get certified by CBFA, it would be useful for us if we can like actually operate as a separate organization. So when we do operate as a separate organization, we will be able to judge private movies with like by partnering up with like private companies. So let's say a short film is submitted, we can use that to as our revenue stream. So we can cost them a certain amount, charge them a certain amount, and then based on that we can like have we can have our like revenue stream. So yeah, then finally we have our customer segment. So people belonging to any age group or platform or any background can use our project. So that is the main idea. Anyone in this anyone can like submit a video or short film to our particular project or website, and we will be able to judge their judge their content based on the nudity and like basically the vulgarity percentage. So yeah, that is about it from my side. So Harini, Ishita, if you guys have anything to add on, you can go ahead.
Yes, just one point wherein like our project can be integrated with large private firms as well as can be established as an individual entity in terms that it can be a platform that can be used by different users or just the general public, wherein suppose for example I want to create a movie or I have already created a video that I want to show to the public, but before showing to the public I want some ratings or certifications for that particular video if it causes any harm to anybody, or if it has a lot of flashes or triggers, etc. I would want a kind of certification from a particular platform, and that platform is provided by auto certify, which automatically gives you the ratings for that movie and can be it has a certification as well, so it is certified by CDFA. So henceforth, it can be it can be helpful for general public, wherein they can just share their videos with the general crowd or post it on the web. So that's how it can be useful as an individual platform. Yeah, that's about it for auto certify. Yeah, that's about it, ma'am.
Okay, Ishita and Harini and Veda Shankar, that's very nice. You have presented both of ideas very well. My one question is that for both the ideas, it is a cumulative question for both the ideas, that there are a lot of applications are available in the market for the certification purpose, means in a national certification board is there, censor board is there. So how your idea means provide some of the advancement tool for the certification process, because already there are a lot of things present available in the market. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So basically here we are reducing manpower entirely, and this is totally based on the machine learning model. Whereas for CBFA, you have a little board members and meeting and committee wherein they actually generally view the movie and review it scene by scene, movie like frame by frame, and assess what if a particular scene or a movie is vulgar or not. But we are doing it entirely through a particular platform. There is nothing but by a general machine learning model, which will assess all those criteria and generally give a rating for it. So in this case, it's fully no manpower, and also it's feasible. That means it's no cost. It's entirely done online and it's entirely done by a machine learning model. So you won't have to like worry about the cost.
You have developed any prototype? You have developed any prototype for your models for both the applications?
Yes, ma'am. For the first one, entirely we had shown you the prototype for the review system. I think Veda had shared a screen and showed you how the prototype works and how it returns an emotion. For the second one, as it's an extension of the first project, we'll be just focusing more on splitting it scene by scene. We haven't done an entire prototype for censorship and etc. But for the other one, we have completed our prototype.
Okay, okay. So very nice presentation from all the trio. Thank you so much for being here. And later we will share the results, and definitely it will be very beneficial for you. So all the best for your future, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank
you. So I think the next presenter, Priva, are you there?
Hello, yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to present your idea?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I want to present, but I just have the idea and blueprint because I don't have the prototype right now. Yes, ma'am.
So you will present idea with the help of PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have.
Okay, you have with yourself.
Okay.
So I'm giving
yes,
you the
ma'am.
right.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay, you can present.
Okay, ma'am. Just give me a second. Okay, so ma'am, is my screen visible to you?
Yes, it is visible now.
Okay, so a very good afternoon to one and all present here. So this is Priva Singh from IIMT Engineering College, and I'm from 2019 and 23 batch. This is my third year. So here I'm going to present my idea with all of you. The idea is basically based on the transportation system. So without wasting time, let's move on to the main idea, the concept. So the name of the application is MyRido. So MyRido is basically an application, we can say it is an Android application as well as a like website or web application also. So we can use it in like both the cases. So there are so many options available in the market. We have Ola, Uber, Rapido, and many more, via which we travel from one place to another place. So what my idea is based on, sometimes when I stand on the street road and look at the roadside, and I used to see so many people are going on the same way where I want to go. So why should I opt for an auto, or why should I opt for the like taxi or cab? This is the main thing. And it is really expensive, and sometimes it costs a lot. So for a middle class person, I guess the problem is same for everyone. So my idea basically focuses on the lifting things. Like suppose many times we used to think like I should take lift from this person, but is it safe? So we have so many questions in our mind also. So my application is based on like peer-to-peer connection. So here no middle person is like going to interrupt in between you. You are going to connect directly with the person who is going on the way where you want to go. So it's a really simple model, and it is based on Google Maps. So if I talk about the front end and back end, it's really simple. Just like Google Map we are going to use the APIs in this case. So in this case also, what we are going to do is we will simply log into the page. And the second part would be we will be entering the source and destination. And second,
Hello, Priva, you're not audible. Hello, Priva. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Priva? Priva, are you there? Hello. Priva? Okay, Ajay?
Yes, ma'am.
You can call Vineet.
Yes, ma'am. Vineet, you are the next.
Hello.
Yes, Vineet.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Vineet, and I'm from IIMT Engineering College, BTech, CSC.
Okay, Vineet, you can present yourself.
Okay. Give me a second. It's visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Okay. My presentation and my idea is electric two-seater car. My idea based on the aim and objective. It is a electric car, so it does not provide any type of harmful gases, as it is eco-friendly. Okay. We will try to make this car as cheap as possible.
Hello.
Yes,
Ma'am,
Priva,
am
you
I
just wait.
audible?
Yes, you are audible, but you have to wait for some time because Vineet already started.
Okay, okay,
So,
sure, ma'am. Sure,
You
ma'am.
just wait for 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, 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 ma'am. Got it.
Yes, Vineet.
Is there any issue, ma'am?
No issues there. You can carry on.
Okay. So my car is a two-seater, which is a front seat is ahead of second seat. It is in linear manner. This is the uniqueness of my car. In this concept, my car is can charge via air or while traveling by the solar panels which are fitted or installed at the rooftop. Then the uniqueness of my car is it is a two-seater. It is solar panels which are available on the rooftop, uh, and it depends on the variant. Like people can buy the first variant, second variant, which is affordable because the solar panels cost maybe depends. And it is a four-wheel drive, and the motors which is installed in all the wheels, like it is a hub motor. Hub motor is a motor which we can install directly into the tires, and it occupies less space because of their compact size, uh, and it can be two-wheelers. That's all means. It depends on the variant of the car and the market cap. Like जो मैंने research करी थी, according to my research, ability of charging while traveling or parking in open area, detachable battery, so people don't have to wait for the charging, occupy less space for parking due to size, linear seat manner, and can also use for delivery purpose. If we install the back seat, there's a space room provided for the goods to be delivered. Okay, and the idea of fruitfulness towards society. So we can know it is a eco-friendly car, so it does not emit any harmful gases, and it occupies less space, and it is time saving. People don't have to wait for the charging. Just change the batteries with the charged one. As we know, the electric cars which are present in the market have take too much time for the charge. So it is time saving. Just change the battery with a charged one. And the working methodology is simple because it is a electric car. It converts electrical energy into mechanical energy, and we use hub motors for the engine purpose for rotating the tires, and it can be charged by the solar and the wind energy while traveling. That's all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vineet. Just show me the first slide.
Okay.
It's an electric two-seater car.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think this idea is already available in market. Means
No, ma'am.
most
No,
of the
ma'am.
automobile companies are working on this.
Yes, ma'am. They are working, but the concept is new. Even Japan don't have this concept. Only the even detachable batteries concept has in Japan. This idea is new, and I'm going to patent it.
Okay, it is my suggestion that you go for patent this idea. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Because the car which is available in the market are two-seaters, but they are side by side, not in a linear manner. So it occupies the same space. But when we see it installed in a linear manner, it occupies less space. So middle class people can buy the car.
Okay. So any help if you require for patenting this idea, you just connect to me. Come to my office for that. Okay. So I will definitely help you because for the patenting application, there's a huge amount of money is required. So
Yes, ma'am, I know.
for that purpose, you just come to the college, come to the office, we'll see that for patenting purpose. And the one more thing I want to suggest that you have to do some analysis like SWOT analysis you have to do for your this idea. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Vinny, thank you. Priva, are you there?
Hello, yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, Priva, you can present yourself. present your idea right now.
Ma'am, actually, there is an issue from my end. This Zoom meeting is continuously getting disconnected, like just in a
Okay.
minute. Yeah. So
So
I will
you
just
can
wind up.
you can just bind up your idea. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So just give me a second, ma'am. Yes. So okay. So due to some issue, I'm just winding up my idea with the uniqueness part. So the uniqueness of my application is this, that this
Hold on,
idea.
Nikita.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so this is, as I told you, that how my idea is unique from the other ideas. So it is totally based on peer-to-peer connection. What you need is you just need to put your source and destination and you are ready to go. And there are many people who are available on the same path. So you can take lift from them. Even if you want to pay them, then
Means
it's their
Priva, I
choice.
just wanted to interrupt over here. This may can create some of the risk.
Yes, ma'am. There are some of
So
the
how you
risks in
can
this
manage
case.
the risk, because you can
Yes, ma'am. I have that thing
because
also.
every vehicle is not registered. Means if you're talking about the Ola and Uber, they are the registered company, and you
Yes,
cannot
ma'am.
take lift from anyone who is going to that path.
Yes, ma'am. So for that purpose, I have the another solution also. Here, what we are doing is people who want to register their vehicles for the lifting purpose and who want to earn some amount, because suppose if they are traveling daily on the same path from Meerut to Delhi and they want to earn, so they have to register their vehicles along with their Aadhaar and license number. So here, this security is there, and the gender is also mentioned along with the details, that who is going to drive the car or the bike or whichever vehicle is there. So this is for the security purpose, and the person who is putting the requirement. Hello, ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am. So the person who wants the lift, or the person who wants, like, it is costing me really less than the Ola is charging like 1,000 rupees for that route, and this person is taking only 200 or 250. So I think the person would not have any kind of problem in that case. And this option is available for only the people who have taken the plan or the subscription of this application. So this is the only thing that we have done for the
viability of this idea is very negligible, because what I am thinking about, because it consists a huge risk of privacy leak. It consists the huge risk of any type of means any type of calamity or any type of disaster. Means
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, see, in Rapido also, when we book a bike, we don't know that who is going to pick up and who is going to drop me there. And when I opt for the ride, then only the information is visible to me. So the same thing we are going to apply in this case. But here, it is not compulsory that you must be registered with the company itself. So here you have that flexibility, that if you are going to travel tomorrow, you can put all the details a day before, so that the other person can search on the application and
it
easily
also,
get to you.
Priva, one thing I want to
Yes,
want
ma'am.
to ask here. It also create means it generally happens, means it has the risk of leaking the privacy. If suppose
No,
that
ma'am.
anyone has any rivalry with anyone of, so anyone can check who is going when.
No, ma'am, there is no problem at all in that case also, because you already have all the details of that person. Like, you know that this person is going to drive and this is the license number and Aadhaar number. So there is a security in that case. And suppose if you feel that it is insecure, and if you feel like there is some kind of problem or an issue is going to raise, then you have an alert number and an emergency number available on that platform. You can directly call on that number, and that number is going to inform to the company who is going to be like handling this case. And the live streaming is going on, like it is a real time processing. So the path and destination, everything is tracked in real time, and status is updated on side by side, like where you are going, like when you started your ride, and from which path you are going. So everything is available on the application, and a team member or the team is totally looking after it. Like, if there is any kind of problem, you can complain directly by pressing just a button over there. So this is the security that we have in this case. And if still some kind of issue raises in this case, then we have other options also. And I have a proper document for this, like which kind of problems may occur. So I have answered for all these questions, but due to the problem and the application is not like supporting, so that's why I'm winding up with the idea itself.
It's okay, Viva. Thank you so much for presenting your idea. And thank you. I think nobody is left now. Ajay, is there anyone who want to present? I think all have done. Ishita, Priva, Harini, Dharini, Bhavna, Aditya, Dr. Aruni, Dr. Pradeep, Veda Shankar, Vinit Kumar, all have done, I think. Hai na? So Ajay, maybe Ajay left. Okay, so thank you all of you and for being here. And very soon we'll declare the result. So keep patience for that. I will drop a mail of result and whatever the requirement of filling up feedback form for that, very soon we'll contact to you. Thank you so much. I am going to wind up the meeting. Thank you.